Hey y'all, this is Sean at Kingdom Roofing. On here on site on a roof that we installed here recently in Bloomington, Indiana. I want to kind of show you guys a couple of things that we upgraded on this home compared to what was originally on it. Just kind of the way the world of roofing has changed a little bit. We want to kind of get you guys up to speed on that. But a big thing that we did on this house, this is an Owens Corning Oak Ridge Estate gray roof, great 30-year shingle. But none of those warranties or those 30-year claims that they make are any good unless we address issues like ventilation. And one of the big ones that we've got on here is the type of ridge vent that we use is a much better ridge vent than the standard ones that you had back in the early 2000s. You know, even 10 years ago, we didn't have these types of ridge vent that pulled this much air and eliminated issues. And just, I always tell people, think about how far your cell phones come. They're putting just as much research into what goes above your head and keeps you dry at night. So one of the main things we did on here, this roof did have a ridge vent across the peak before. And kind of the purpose of the ridge vent is as air flows in, up along your eaves, you've got vents in your soffit area or your overhang. The air goes in there and it travels all the way up the roof, and then it will exhaust out this ridge vent right here. And if you look at this ridge vent, it's a pretty tall vinyl ridge vent with these slots. And I did bring a piece of the original ridge vent that was on this roof. So this is a version of what they had. And this is, it looks familiar to you probably. It's pretty much just like a corrugated yard sign. And the problem with these is in the winter, they get plugged with ice and snow really bad. And then over time, they get filled, and I mean filled with lichen, moss, mold, mildew that will actually plug up your ventilation system and can cause a lot of moisture issues, rot issues throughout the plywood through your attic space. So we upgraded them to the Owens Corning Venture, and it's got a much taller profile to it. And it's also not got those small little slots on the side. They're actually up here on the top. So it's harder for things to grow and cling to this. Additionally, these are much bigger, so they're gonna pull more air. They're also gonna be, like I said, less likely to get plugged. But the purpose, I mean, the average family of four puts out 8 gallons of water into the air in their house a day. And you know, that has to go somewhere. Most of it goes to your attic space, and we want to get that out of there. And I mean, all that moisture is from breathing, sweating, boiling water, taking showers. I know everyone loves a good hot shower, but it does put a lot of moisture up into the air and into the attic space, especially if you're not running your fan and getting that moisture out. So we want to get all of that out, and you really want to cool down your attic as well. I've been in some attics that are, no joke, 160, 140 degrees. I've taken a thermometer up there with me. And you fight that on your heating and cooling bill, especially in the summer as well. So, you know, you want to get all that hot air out, get all that moisture out. And these taller ridge vents, these taller profile ridge vents, they look better, they perform better, and they also pull a lot more air. And this is on here really solid. I mean, it's got some spots where it'll lift a little bit, but it is on there solid. There's 3-inch ring shank nails, and those nails don't go into the plywood, they go into the framing, the trusses of your home. Because this being up on the top of your roof, it is gonna catch a majority of the wind. And when you have a big storm, it's gonna wanna pull and tug on this, but this thing is not going anywhere. It's on there solid. And I love that it's also a shingle over ridge vent. So it actually does give a little bit of good look to the home. We can put some shingles on here, some hip and ridge shingles that are meant to go over this peak and kind of give it a nice little border to the outside of your house. But if you guys think you might have ventilation issues, give us a call. These are things we look at every single day. Ventilation is a problem on 99% of roofs, and you can't get your warranty unless your roof is ventilated properly. So if you think you have ventilation issues, if you want an upgrade, it's free inspections, give us a call today.